Welcome to the retrospection section, where we review old writing we were once proud of. I'm Max, here with my co-host Rava, and we love to make fun of ourselves. Last episode, we reviewed part 1 of The Rangers, a sequel to The Writers by Max. In this episode, we continue to venture further into the dark recesses of this nonsense, in which the main problem in the story is solved with the power of magnets. Corinne and Evan find a baby adrift on the high seas, and Corinne meets her father, who is more chill than he should be that Corinne killed both his ex-wife and his son. Sit back, try to relax, and cringe with us. Corinne loves murdering family members. Corinne stood petrified. Amber, go and get some guns from your ship. Oh, and now that I think of it, get the crew itself. This could get... Another gunshot rang out, and a gasp came from the invader's side of the dock. Then a, no! Good thing I didn't hit her in the heart, isn't it, Evan? Said the guy at the front who was talking loudly so the Rangers could hear him from 100 feet away. Oh, it's not obvious. Corinne just got shot.
Oh, no, it wasn't obvious.
It wouldn't have killed me anyway, bro, Corinne yelled defiantly. If you don't want Corinne to die, don't get so confident. Oh, wait, no, I guess the evil guy wasn't Jeffy, it's Otto. But Jeffy comes in somewhere.
You know how you would have solved this problem?
Not written
By
this.
using their names.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Or even vaguely describing them.
It wouldn't have killed me anyway, bro, Corinne yelled defiantly. If you don't want Corinne to die, don't get confident. How did this happen? Corinne gasped. She's just like swinging back and forth between like, oh, you can't kill me. Oh, how did this happen? Corinne, stop talking. Calm down. You're badly hurt. We'll do something about Otto. We'll save Evan, Amber said. That's my brother. What's wrong with him? What is he doing? Corinne said, struggling for breath. He's turned into an invader. That's like the name for the evil Rangers. He's still a Ranger, but he's a bad one. Rangers can't change other Rangers, so we can't save him that way. The only way to save him would be to kill him. Amber pulled a pistol from her belt and cocked it. No, Corinne said, swallowing hard. Anybody's gonna shoot my brother, it's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me.
They find a baby.
Do they name it Moses?
No. They should.
Wrong.
He's floating on the ocean in a cradle, so...
Our mother said you adrift in a basket to save your life.
Corinne and Evan stayed up late last night and they saw something in the water. They swam out to get it, and it was a baby. Yeah, it was a little baby boy, and it was floating in some kind of cradle. We don't think it's over 1 year old, so now they're trying to figure out what to do with it. It's over there with Corinne and Evan. You can go look at it if you want. Okay.
I have a lot of questions. And then she just goes, oh, hi, Adrian. This is Bradley. Like, okay. We just named it.
Yeah, like they just accept it. It's never explained where he came from. I just popped it in there.
Yeah, it is the Ocean Pirates?
Sure. Corinne, you're only 18. Oh, Corinne, you're only 18. You don't be needing to have this kind of responsibility, Amber said in her Ranger pirate accent. Amber, that was incorrect grammar, Corinne pointed out.
I hate this book.
Me too. Yeah, at least you didn't write it. Ew, 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 Corinne announced while changing Bradley's diaper. This is disgusting. She looked at Evan. Maybe if we didn't feed him as much, his poop wouldn't smell so bad.
But then Evan's like, I've babysat a baby multiple times. We're feeding him just the right amount by my reckoning. Wait, I think it's just the kind of food we're feeding him. At the next port, I'll go shopping and get some real baby food for him. You just said this was a post-apocalypse. What port is selling them baby food?
They go to Japan at one point, and there's a town, but that's all I know. Anyway, no, this literally, okay, like, I babysat a couple times, and we're doing the exact right thing. Like, that's like into the disorder division when Joe is like, I took Chinese as an elective last year, and I think we're in this region of, this province of China. So they meet Corinne's dad. Hey, Corinne said, her eyes widening. That's my dad. That's my dad. And sure enough, when the man that Corinne had referred to heard Corinne's voice, he turned. Corinne, he said, pushing past people in the crowd. They haven't met since she was 1 year old.
You guys, this is my dad. We haven't seen each other in 17 years, said Corinne. The Rangers looked astonished because in the cities, nobody really cared about parents and kids. Kids were supposed to take care of themselves.
That logic.
So obviously they should have left Bradley in the ocean.
Yeah, clearly. Like, ugh, what a kid.
He needs to learn to swim for himself.
All these millennials coddling their children these days.
Corinne's a Republican. Did you really name her dad Tom?
Yes!
Okay.
That is my father's name. I was like, probably all dads are named Tom.
Oh,
okay,
boy.
so Tom the dad finds out that Corinne has killed her mother and her brother. Tom changed the subject. How's your mother doing? With any luck, not well, Corinne answered. What do you mean? Have you not heard? Corinne asked. She was the master writer. I opened a holobook and she gave me the writer punishment for it. After I met Evan, saved a colony of writer mistakes, conquered the writer headquarters and freed the city, we locked the master writer up in a cage and blew the city up around it. She's probably, dead by now.
I don't trust this series!
Me neither. She's the
You
only...
didn't see... I go by didn't see the body rules.
There are times when you see the body and they come back to life. But no, she's the only character that, doesn't come back to life at least once.
Well, yeah, it's because she's the only character that doesn't end up being a writer.
True. Actually, no, Evan dies later on in the series and he doesn't come back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I guess I got bored of Evan and was like, time to give Corinne a new love interest. And then I came up with a guy named Tony.
So you, reverse Hollywooded
Yes.
and killed off the boy for girl pain.
Yes. Kill the
And then gave
cliche.
her-
The dad's like, oh, that's too bad. And Otto, how is he? Tom asked. Also deceased. I shot him, Corinne says. Corinne answered sadly. Tom looked astonished. Seemed like you had quite a few misadventures in the past years. Hey, kiddo. So they're on the quest to find the giant vat of antidote. So they literally go and they see a vat. Hey, I see the vat. I smelled it before I saw it, though, Corinne said, holding her nose. Everyone gathered around this extremely potent vat of thick molasses-like liquid. Corinne gagged. Oh, nasty. This is so gross. I don't think I'll make it to the ship before I puke. That's why I brought clothespins. You put them on your nose so you can't smell anything, Amber said. Good idea, Amber, Juniper said. Yeah, thanks, Adriana agreed. Everyone put on the clothespins. Okay, ready? I'm gonna do this with plugging my nose. But I typed out this onomatopoeia, okay? Okay. We need to pick up the vat of antidote. Everybody get your hands under it, said Corinne with her nose plugged up. Got it, Amber confirmed. Everyone lifted the vat of antidote and walked slowly and awkwardly out of the hideout. There's more of this, but I don't...
No, don't make us suffer.
It's like...
It actually came out better with you plugging your nose than how you wrote it.
I know.
You wrote it, okay, we need to pick up the vat of antidote.
So the next one is, I don't know if you have been to any camps or anything where they sang the Boo Boo Bear song.
Nope, I never went to camp.
Me neither, but my sister did, and she taught me this song. And I tagged this with, what the hell is this and why is it assaulting me with its presence? It is to the tune of Captain Racist, but it's Boo Boo Bear, and it's like the theme to the TV show. And I typed out the entire lyrics.
Oh boy.
Because the Rangers sing it as a song, like a traditional Ranger song, because it mentions Ranger Rick.
All right, come on, sing it for us.
I'm not singing this shit.
You wrote it, you sing it, man.
I know someone you don't know, boo boo, boo boo. I know someone you don't know, boo 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 bear. They all have an enemy, Ranger, and whatever. So it's Ranger Rick. And then Corinne got mad at Adriana after a couple times, saying that Rangers weren't enemy of wildlife.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Please. Okay, the meteor thing.
Okay, here we go.
Holy crap, Amber said. I just realized we have no idea of spreading the antidote. We'd need a tsunami to spread it throughout the world. Otto and his invaders pretty much screwed up the world. We're doomed. If only those people from the 2000s hadn't screwed up the world so bad, we might have had a chance. The only way we could spread the antidote would be to cut off a piece of a giant glacier or something, Evan complained. Getting topical here. So now the whole human race is doomed. Earth is doomed to become a barren wasteland. Doomed, 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 Amber exclaimed, throwing up her hands in the air. Hey, don't give up yet, Amber. I specifically remember designing your ship, Corinne said triumphantly. It has a special magnet in it. It's so strong it could pull a meteor out of outer space if you know how to set it up. Well then go do it, Amber ordered. Then she mumbled, I can't believe I didn't know this about my own ship. Amber followed Corinne down below decks into a room that Amber hadn't known about. Corinne turned on a light. Corinne, I'm quite cross with you right now, with you not telling me about this and all. I just don't think it's very proper. Amber's sentence was cut off. Okay, said Corinne, ignoring Amber. What you want to do is twist this knob here and flip this switch. Then set this gauge towards setting 10. Then, here comes the jolt. Corinne and Amber both fell to the ground when a jolt hit them, which came from the machine. Then you use this screen here to target a passing object from space. How big do you think the meteorite needs to be? About half the size of my ship, Amber answered glumly. Okay, Corinne said, pointing to a meteorite on the screen. How about that one? That one looks fine. Pull it down, Amber commanded. Bossy, 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 Corinne said, but obliged.
I love that she just knows how big of a meteorite she needs to... Wait, why are they even doing this?
It's about to be explained. 5 minutes later...
Are they doing this to cause a tsunami?
Yes. 5 minutes later, a meteorite came hurtling down out of the sky and crashed into the ocean, creating a vast wave that towered above the astonished crew for a moment, then plunged back into the ocean, creating massive ripples that tore across the sea and out of sight. That should do the trick, Amber said. What are we going to do about the lakes and everything? Corinne asked. Are you ready for some math?
No, but hit me.
Rivers run into the ocean. The waves we just created are traveling at speeds of over 100 miles an hour. By the time that they reach the rivers, they should have slowed to 70 miles an hour. So if they're going against rivers with currents exceeding 20 miles an hour, the velocity of the waves will be, well, about 50 miles an hour by my calculations. The rivers come from lakes or dams, so the waves will have distributed the antidote to every reservoir, lake, and pond in the world, Amber said, taking a breath. Okay, so that's it.
That's not how water works.
That's not how the Force works.
Now what do we do? Corinne asked. There's a multi-day shootout going on in Japan where we just were. I think it's between some leftover invaders and some townspeople. What about that? Adriana said, obviously showing off her mind-reading powers. I reckon that'll be just fine, Sheriff, Corinne said, and mimed tipping a hat.
When were they in Japan?
Just now.
When?
When they killed Otto.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Then all of a sudden, the invaders in the
Are
towns...
we back in Japan?
Yes.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden, the invaders and the townspeople burst out of a building, and gunshots rang out, and the noise reverberated off of the buildings. This is just like in the Old West, Evan exclaimed, only with pirates. And, you know, what you mean is, Corinne said, this is exactly like the Old West, except for the whole concept of being like the Old West. Yeah, Evan said, pretty much. Those invaders look strangely like... Corinne stopped short. Is that Jeffy?
Of course it is.
Voldemort returns. So Jeffy fucking stabs Evan. Oh wait, no, this is like the best shitty corny line ever. Jeffy came out of the clash and drew his sword. Evan drew his. That's darn right, Jeffy said, pushing up against Evan's sword with all his might, and that's not what they're called. They're called escapers. Why are they called that? Evan said, trying to no avail to drive Jeffy back and off of the dock. They're slippery little suckers, Jeffy answered, and easily detached Evan's sword from his and ran him through.
I love it.
No! Screamed Corinne and quickly dispatched the escaper she was fighting. She ran over. Like what you see? Take a picture. It'll last longer, Jeffy said. And then this is where I just went to thesaurus.com and just looked up a bunch of things for, shitty. You odious, abhorrent, detestable, sickening, repulsive jerk, Corinne cried. And then she added, jerk with a mullet. Nobody insults me, Jeffy fumed. I just did, Corinne yelled and grabbed him by the neck. Do something, she said through clenched teeth. I will, rasped Jeffy. Let me down.
Okay, wait. No, I have a question.
Yes.
The escapers are the invaders, which were rangers, which were riders?
The escapers were mistaken for invaders. Invaders are bad rangers. These people, were mistaken for invaders, but they're actually called escapers because they are the half-human, half-rider hybrids from the first book that Jeffy was leading.
What?
By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Oh my god, Jeffy straight up quotes Syndrome.
That seems a little dark for you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sounds a little dark for you.
That's such a good line, though.
It
To
is.
be fair.
I tagged this one with the Barbossa line when he's marrying Elizabeth and Will, where he's like,
Dearly beloved, we be gathered here today. Today, the kisses of the mask, you foxy cur.
Just kiss!
So Corinne is shooting escapers. She sees something tied to it. She ran over to Evan. Evan, why is there a ring tied to my gun? Well, usually he paused to slash at a rampaging escaper. Typically, he paused again to run an escaper through. Customarily, when a guy wants to marry a girl, he stuck his leg out in the middle of an escaper's runway to trip him. Blast these daft escapers. They're inconceivably erratic. Oh my god, that's a Captain Amelia line from Treasure Planet.
Blast these waves, they're seducedly erratic!
Anyway, when a guy wants to marry a girl, they give them a ring to ask for their hand in marriage, Evan finished. But who would want to marry me? Corinne asked, incredulous. Corinne, I think you're in denial, Evan said. So they're deciding where to have the wedding. I think the Florida Keys would be more proper, Amber said. Corinne made an exasperated noise. Me? Proper? Amber, did you swallow a large amount of seawater?
No, she just exists in this book.
This sentence out of context just makes me laugh. Grave importance, right? Corinne said, now out in the open, after helping to throw the traitors overboard. I don't know, it just reads like a shit post from Tumblr. So, they find... Amber's like, oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know, I have a bomb on my ship. We found it, and we've just been carting it around. All I know is that it's not exactly as old as the buildings are. We stuck it under a metal detecting thing, and it said the metal was just less than 5 months old. Looks like someone or something was about to destroy something. That's not how metal detectors work.
Corinne was whispering now. I heard rumors last month about a group of extreme environmentalists. They call themselves the Environs. Environs, huh? Evan said. That sucks. If you took out the R-O, one of the N's, and S, you'd have my name. Who cares?
Literally, no, I
Evan?
tagged that with a shut the fuck up, Evan. And even Corinne's like, Evan, I think that's the least of our worries right now. Corinne says something rational for once in her entire life. It's fine, just put off the terrorist threat to have a wedding is what this one is tagged with. Can't we just put off the whole environ thingy for now, Corinne said. For how long, Amber asked. Just until we can spend some time at the writer headquarters. Mariah and Joel deserve some help over there, Corinne said. You mean, Amber said, you're not going to, you know... Nope, I'm hereby postponing the wedding until further notice, Corinne said, looking miserable. No, Amber exclaimed, I won't have it. You guys are so good for each other. You need Evan's sensibility to keep you from going off your head, and Evan needs you to keep him from getting bored. If I
hate it.
were to put the environment problem for an entire year, I would do it.
I hate it.
That's disgusting. Dat patriarchy, though.
The next one is great.
The lawn chair one? Mm-hmm. You know, when we were giving food to everyone, I ran into a writer mistake that could pull any object under the size of a lawn chair out of midair. He can make a dress for me. So this guy just like manifests a dress for them. So they're about to get married. I'm just gonna say it now, Evan said. I never got over the last wedding we went to right after we met, remember? With the monster. And my and I tagged it with, and my body double that is never mentioned again in any of the books. So like his twin.
Oh yeah, when more of them just like randomly appear.
Yes. So Cedar and Ray, Jeffy and Evan's like twin people are gone. Like they're
Okay.
never mentioned.
I forgot about them.
Me too.
I mean, a lot of people are never mentioned. Honestly, at this point, I just forget about people on the regular.
Yeah. And odds are it's like 20% that they're going to show up again even momentarily. They're probably just going to be gone forever.
I feel like 20 is a little high.
This one's tagged with, why would you bother giving him pointers if you're just going to kill him? So after the wedding, she goes outside. She's like, I can't sleep. And then, oh, a guy pops out of a bush.
Oh my god.
What are you doing here? Corinne asked him harshly. Nothing, stuttered the young man who looked about 25. Uh-huh. I can see that by the way you were oh so carefully disturbing that bush over there, Corinne said. I think whoever's your boss needs to train you a little better. But here are some pointers, because you won't live to go back to your boss or whoever after I'm done with you. Corinne, oh my god, Corinne fucking self-references. Pointer number 1, don't ever try to hide under a bush. It's better to hide behind or in a tree.
Oh boy.
So
That's actually really funny.
That's hysterical.
But also like...
He's like, my name is Bernard and I work for the Environs. And then she doesn't kill him. We have so far only killed 2 people, the man said, panicked. Still, that's unnecessary deaths. Alright, I'm gonna let you live. Go tell your insane, obsessed Environ buddies that they're gonna have me to look out for in the exceedingly near future. I'm warning you now, you'll never be rid of me. Corinne let go of the man. And then this is the end, but it's actually like a surprisingly passable ending. It's not horrible. Who are you? The man asked. Corinne laughed. Somebody who's gonna hunt you down and take you out. I don't believe you, the man said, getting up and running back into the forest. Seeing is believing, Corinne shouted after him. Like,
Okay.
It's not horrible. But anyway, that is the end of that. Tune in next time on the next retrospection section, probably for more of this horrendous series of novels, but possibly for something else. We will see you next time on the retrospection section.